That's what this comes down to. I've just gotten lazy and stopped using products that I actually have to put some effort into. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to dive into some older favorites and whatnot. I kind of went through and like digged through my collection and pulled out some stuff I haven't used in a while. Some of it is more current stuff that I still use often, but I wanted to just kind of put on a full face of nothing new. Trying to rediscover some things. Ignore my little friend. We're working on it. So I've seen a couple other people do this video. I was most inspired by Samantha Ravindal. She's done quite a few videos like this, basically centered around using up what you already have, because we do get sort of inundated with all these new collections that we forget what we already own. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the eyeballs. I'm gonna prime with the Urban Decay Primer Potion, and this is in the shade Eden. This I use all the time. This is not really, I mean, it is an older product, but it's the only eye primer I really use. I like it, cancels out all my veinage, and it holds on to shadow really, really well. I wanted to dip back into the Gingerbread Spice Palette. This palette was obviously a limited edition holiday palette from last year, but I remember actually really, really enjoying it. I just haven't picked it up in a while. So yeah, we're gonna be playing around with this palette today. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with powdered sugar to start, and I'm gonna put that all over. I want to do kind of a purpley, pinky kind of halo eye thing. I'm going to start with Gingerbread Latte. What I remember about this palette, some of the shades are really, really nice, and some are not that great. This one I remember being really, really nice. I'm going to place that on the inner and outer. I'm going to go in with Reindeer Paws now. From what I can remember, this one was a little bit trickier to work with, but we shall find out. Okay, I'm gonna take Gingerbread Latte now and just soften those edges. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of that primer and I'm gonna put it in the center of the lid. Gonna do a little bit right in here. Not really trying to like cut the crease or anything. I just kind of want to create a little face there. And I'm just gonna kind of gently buff around those edges. Okay, I'm gonna go in with some of the shimmers now. I'm gonna take Hot Toddy, this shade here. I remember this being one of my favorites when this palette first came out. And I'm putting it in that center space and like a little bit outside. And I'm gonna kind of blend the edges. Ooh, that is such a pretty shade. Cool, this is looking rather neat. I'm gonna take Spiked Eggnog now. I'm gonna put that right in the center. I'm also gonna take that Spiked Eggnog on the inner corner. And I think I'm gonna top it with Frostbite Me. I remember this being a really pretty kind of topper shade. Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna take a teeny bit of that and I'm just gonna dab it in the center. I think I'm gonna dip into Gumdrop right here, this bright pink shade, and I'm gonna do a little of that on the lower lash. I'm gonna go back into Reindeer Paws, and I'm just gonna take the teeniest, tiniest bit on that same brush and just pop it in that outer corner. I think I'm gonna do lashes today. I'm gonna pop on a little mascara first though. So I'm gonna do a little of the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir mascara. It's just been a recent fave. Okay, I'm gonna wait to do lashes until I do my eyebrows. I'm going to go dip into an old favorite. I'm gonna grab the Anastasia Brow Wiz. This was like the brow pencil, okay, for like a long time. And now I've been using the Urban Decay brow pen because I've been doing kind of more fluffy brows, but I just wanted to, you know, take a gander back into the old days. No, but I just wanted to kind of use something I haven't used in a while, see how it goes. I don't quite know what style of brow I'm doing today, but I'm just gonna do light little strokes. And I have the shade Soft Brown. I used to use taupe like religiously, but now I'm a soft brown kind of gal. I'm gonna go for a slightly more structured brow than I've been going to. This actually is a nice little brow pencil. The thing I prefer about the pen is that it stays put, you know? It doesn't get all messy when you try to blend it out. I am gonna go in with the pen just right here. I have a hard time getting anything else to stick right there. All right, those are the brows. Looking pretty good, a little more structured than normal. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of e.l.f. Clear Brow Gel. This is fresh. This is the only clear brow gel that I ever want in my eyebrows. It just keeps them in place so well. Here's my issue with the brow pencils is I feel like they just move around a lot. Like I can't like soften them or blend them out without it getting like everywhere and kind of muddying up everything else around it. I'm gonna pop on some lashes and I shall return. Lashes are on. Let's move on to some face makeup. I just realized my camera's been on the wrong setting this entire time. Fantastic. It's okay. Okay, so I'm going to jump into the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright face primer. I don't use primers very often, but I have actually been liking this one. I don't use it every day. I haven't used it in a while actually, but when I do want to reach for a primer, I enjoy this one. It smooths everything over, but it helps just kind of tone down the redness before you put on any foundation, gives your skin like a little bit of a glow, and it's just nice. I also find it helps keep my makeup on just like a little bit longer throughout the day. I'm gonna be using the Flower Beauty Light Illusion foundation. I have quite a few drugstore stuff actually in here for the face. I just haven't used this one in a while and I wanted to give it a whirl again. It is quite yellow and I'm kind of more neutral, but haven't used this in a little bit, but I do remember quite liking it. It's nice and glowy. I think I just didn't love the wear time on it. It kind of wears off a little bit quickly throughout the day. It doesn't look like terrible, I don't think, but it just wears down a little bit quicker than I enjoy. So for concealer, I'm gonna start with the Becca Under Eye Corrector. This is still a fave. I don't use it as much anymore. I've been kind of using the Fenty Beauty concealer quite a bit. But this one's really nice, especially if you use it under a more matte concealer. It just kind of like hydrates everything and just helps to neutralize those dark circles. Cool. So for concealer, I'm gonna go in with this guy. This is the LA Girl Pro Concealer. Oh boy, this was like the concealer for a long time. It's got this little wand. These are really cheap. They're like, I don't know, like $4 or $5 or something. And I remember liking it actually quite a bit. Ooh, this shade is dark. Maybe that's why I quit using it. But I remember it being kind of nice and hydrating, good coverage. This is also very yellow. I'm gonna go in with my sponge again to blend that out. Actually looks really nice under the eye. It kind of like brightened everything, gave me some coverage. I feel like it's nice to revisit these things because you realize that like you had some good products, you know? Other things may have come along, but the old stuff works good too. Oh yeah, this looks nice on my nose too, not too crusty or dry. And the color actually isn't too dark once you blend it out. I think it's just a little bit yellow. I don't think this concealer is the best for spot concealing. Okay, I'm gonna pop a little of the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. This is the newer one in the shade Snow. And I'm gonna pop that right on that little itty bitty zit. It's a little bit more matte than I typically like in a concealer, but that works well for stuff like this because it adheres to it a little bit better. There we go. What zit? All right, this is not a old favorite. This is a all-time favorite. So this is the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. I love this powder, especially for under the eyes because it doesn't make me look too crusty, but it just brightens everything up, sets the makeup down. I'm gonna do a little tap on the nose and kind of around here, a light layer, and then I'm gonna put a little bit, oh god, or a lot of it over top of where we place that concealer. Okay, I'm gonna go in with a little Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I still use this all the time, but it's definitely like it's a very old school product. This was like quintessential, you know, like 2015 YouTube era. It's so good. It blends like a dream. It's like, this shade is, I think I just have the original like bronzer shade. For fair skin, it's such a good neutral shade. It's not too warm, but it still like gives you warmth, you know? I'm gonna go in with another old fave. This is the Colourpop Super Shock Cheek in Lunch Money. This was a fave for a long time. I mean, they're really pretty, these Super Shock shadows or cheek products. You just give a nice, like, subtle little glow to the skin. I do think they work best with a finger. And this is where my camera shut off. Anyways, I tried the NYX Lip and Cheek Souffle in Pink Cloud, and I really liked it, and yeah, that's it. Okay, I quite like that blush. I want to do a bold lip today because I have not done a bold lip in quite some time. So I'm going to go in with the Covergirl Melting Pout lipstick in, don't know what the shade is, I'll figure it out. But I'm going to put that on. Overlining, completely intentional. All right, I'm gonna leave that alone. That's a pretty color though, wow. I do love a bold lip. Man, I'm just lazy. That's what it is. It's truly what it is. The lipstick looks ever so slightly patchy, but I think that's mostly because I put on 14 layers trying to get it even. Okay guys, this is the finished look. I actually quite like it. I like the bold lip. I haven't done one in so long, but it's very pretty and I'm into it. It was so much fun diving back into these kind of older products. I liked pretty much everything that I used. I quite enjoyed the palette. I have to remember to kind of reach for this one a little bit more because I think the eye look is really pretty. There's some great colors in here. They blend well. I do remember a couple of them not working as well. I do have a whole review on this palette if you want to know, even though you can't get it anymore, but I don't know, maybe you have it. And then the foundation is super lovely. Very dewy, light to medium coverage, which I like. I'll just have to kind of see how it wears today, but I should reach for this one a bit more often. I think the one thing I didn't love is actually the brow pencil. I just don't think I'm a brow pencil kind of gal anymore. Like, I just don't like the way that, like, you can soften it easily, but then once you do, it kind of gets everywhere. Had a hard time cleaning it up. My brows are a lot more structured today than I typically do them, which is fine. I don't think they look bad, but it's just not my thing anymore, man. It's just not. But maybe it's your thing, that's okay. I do want to try those new, the Hourglass ones, because those look very fine and dainty. So I wonder how those guys work, but I don't know. I'm just like not as much of a fan anymore, and I used to love this. Okay, what else did I try? I am blanking on everything. Oh yeah, the Uli Henriksen primer. I love this actually, and I remember it does keep my makeup on longer, so I think I should probably start wearing it. I'm just lazy. That's what this comes down to. I've just gotten lazy and stopped using products that I actually have to put some effort into. The bronzer is great. I use this all the time still. The highlight I actually quite like. It's nice and subtle. It's really pretty, which I've been into lately, so I think I'm gonna reach for this a bit more. I love the blush. I haven't picked this up in a long time, but I think it's really pretty. And I think it's great if I want a base that's a bit longer lasting, because the Milk one does fade fairly quickly. I forget how much I love this guy sometimes. It just gives the under eye such a hydrated look. It helps to neutralize those blue tones. It's so nice under the eye. And then I liked both of these concealers. This, I still think it's probably going to be a little bit too matte for me underneath the eyes. Well, maybe I'll try it in the summer. We'll see how it goes. But it covered my blemish really, really well. Like, you can't even see it on camera, which is great. Or maybe you can. I don't know. Let me know. But I really love this as a spot concealer, so I'll continue to use that if I have any more blemishes. And I love the LA Girl one. It looks so nice under the eye. It doesn't look super heavy or cakey. It looks nice and hydrated, and it gave decent coverage, so I think I'll definitely reach for that again. And then the little lip color. I really love this color. It is like the tiniest bit patchy, but again, I think that's just because I kept layering it. But it's a beautiful kind of berry red, which I don't wear super often, so I'm excited to kind of pick it up more in the fall time. I should wear lip colors more often. I'm just lazy, but it is pretty. And I remember this wearing pretty well too. I tried this out in the Covergirl video, I'll link it up there. But yeah, I think that's everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. That would be awesome. I would love to have you here for more videos. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you all again soon. Bye!